In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Tourist Track Radio. The air grew cold, the nights stretched long, and the city's pulse quickened with a familiar frantic energy. Welcome, nocturnal souls, to Tourist Track Radio 991 FM. I am your host, the protagonist, and this is our sanctuary. Let us cast a gaze upon the flickering newsreels of Montreal. The electoral masquerade for next mayor's continue. A parade of Polish emptiness and promising solution they cannot or will not deliver. Meanwhile, the lifeblood of connection slows to a trickle. Canada Post attempt a fragile resurrection, though the strike's shadows lingers. And prepare yourself. The STM's also whispers of another impending paralysis. When the city's veins clot, you definitely can feel the strain on everybody. And truly a modern parable of decay, a man was fined $5,000 for the sin of using artificial intelligence to defend himself in court. That's the first one of many, I'm pretty sure. And in the shadows, however, a different pulse is quickening. A resurgence of rave culture is bleeding into the warehouse and forgotten spaces. Fascinating omen, like the return of goth before a recession, this collective urge to lose herself in the sound and sweat is a telltale sign of a bad era looming. We dance not just for joy, but also for survival. But let us turn from the crumbling world to the world we build ourselves. To all of you who join us under the cloak of the night for Nuit Éternelle on October 6th, thank you. To dance with you in that sacred space was a profound pleasure. And the good news ascend from the silence. We have secured a residency at the Piranha Bar. We are returning on November 3rd, and this time Vendor will be there with Talisman of Silver and Stone, and we are honored to welcome the sublime DJ Uriel to the decks. But do not worry, I will be there too, ready to weave my own sonic spell on you. So mark your calendar with blood for November 3rd. And I hope to see you there. And speaking of parties, Halloween is at the door. The winds carry the scent of a damp earth and dying leaves. I told you this was my favorite season, right? And my devotion has only deepened. And so, as I offering to the coming night, this month's playlist is a confection of a particular dark magic. A sense of witches, a symphony for bloodsucker, an hymn for werewolf. We have the hypnotic spell of Concrete Blonde, the ghostly gospel of Dead Man's Bone, and the satanic doo-wop of Twin Temple, the tragic glamour of Lana Del Rey, and the timeless shriek of Six Oxys and the Banshees. Consider this your oral candy. So lock your door, light a candle, and let the ritual begin.
There's a crack in the mirror and a blood stain on the bed. There's a crack in the mirror and a blood stain on the bed. Oh, you were a vampire and baby, I'm a walking dead. Oh, you were a vampire and baby, I'm a walking dead. There's a rocking chair by the window down the hall. I hear something there in the shadow down the hall. Oh, you were a vampire and now I am nothing at all. Oh, you were a vampire and now I am nothing at all.
prisoner to my ribs. We're flesh and bone when we're all alone, but together forever we'll live.
There's gold in my heart, but the winds took my steps through the dark. And if you wait too long, then you'll never see the dawn again.
He filled my heart. I did my best. But without the sun, I'm only shadows in a dress. 'Cause if the full moon comes, our love is done. So forever towards dawn, we run.
Little elves coming up from beneath my bed, they gather round the campfire and start singing the songs in my head, but with the wrong words. By the light of the fire, their faces all begin to crumble, and they fall to their knees. They laugh at my expense. Bloodsuckers, I can crush you with my thumb. Bloodsuckers, I'm so sick of your tricks. How I wish the sun would come. I can make lyrics rhyme all the time. Don't soothe my spine. Just making a melody should be enough for me. You like watching me lose my mind.
From the cradle bars comes a beckoning voice, a sends spinning. You have no choice. You hear laughter cracking through the walls, it sends spinning. You have no choice. You hear laughter cracking through the walls, it sends spinning. You have no choice. Following the footsteps of a red gold onto your entranced. Spellbound. Following the footsteps of a red gold onto your entranced. Spellbound. 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 Oh, oh. Spellbound. 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 And don't forget when your elders forget to say their prayers. Take 'em by the legs and throw 'em down the stairs. When you think your toys have gone berserk, it's an illusion. You cannot share. You hear laughter cracking through the walls, it sends spinning. You have no choice. Following the footsteps of a red gold onto your entrails. Spellbound. Following the footsteps of a red gold onto your entrails. Spellbound. 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 Oh, oh. Spellbound, 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 Following the footsteps of a red dawns, we are entranced. Following the footsteps of a red dawns, we are entranced, entranced, entranced.
Thirst Track Radio 99.1. Satisfy your musical thirst, one RB at a time. Truly, this playlist is a love letter to witches. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who like to wear the symbol like jewelry. And I thought it would be maybe interesting to discuss a little bit, where does witches come from? And why do we, talk so much about them? And I'm not talking about the fairy tale type of witches. I'm talking about the one living in the village square of the 15th century Europe. The air was thick with plague miasma, the harvest failed under an angry sky, and the church authorities was a gilded cage. In this world of divine punishment, people needed a reason for their suffering, not an abstract god, but a tangible devil. And so, the witches were conjured from raw materials of fear. She was not born of fantasy, but a meticulous theology. The Malleus Maleficarum, the Armor of Witches, was not a storybook, it was a legal theological manual, bestseller of its day, that detailed how to identify, try, and execute a witch. It wove a grand, terrifying narrative that a vast secret conspiracy of women was sabotaging the very fabric of Christendom. Their crime, healing with old pagan herbs instead of prayer, delivering babies who later die from common ailments, Being too independent, too ugly, too beautiful, or simply owning a plot of land a local lord desired. The witch became the perfect vessel for every unnameable social anxiety. This is not an isolated history. It is a blueprint. Consider the book of Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, born from a different technological anxiety, the Industrial Revolution. The monster is not the villain of that story. He is the ultimate outsider, a creature of science who is violently rejected and persecuted by a society that refuses to see his humanity. He is called a demon, a fiend, not because of his actions alone, but because of what he represents. The terrifying, unnatural product of a man's ambition. He is the modern witch, the monstrous other we create to punish her own transgression. And you sit here, century removed, and think, I would have known, I would have seen the lie. Would you? Like, for real, would you? Because the machinery is still well oiled. The vocabulary has simply updated. We no longer hunt the heretics, we hunt the woke, the globalists, the deplorable. We take our modern plagues like economic decay, social change, and political strife, and we find our modern witches. We blame the immigrant, the transgender person, the tech billionaire, the elite, crafting intricate conspiracy theory that mirror the demology of all. It is the same dark alchemy, transform complex fear into simple hatred. It is easier to burn a scapegoat than to fix a crumbling world. The legacy of the witch hunts, the lesson of Frankenstein's monster, in summary, is this. The true horror is never the solitary figure we label a monster. The true horror is the society that needs to create one. It is the mob, the system, the comfortable lie that our salvation lies in another's destruction. So when we play at being witches tonight, let us remember we are invoking more than an aesthetic. We are invoking the spirit of all of who have been cast out for their difference. It is a vow to see the humanity in other. And so I leave you with this to ponder in the quiet of your own night. Who are the witches we are creating now? And what does our need for them says about us?
Early in the morning, I could feel you in my presence. Wanna devour your innocence, taste you in my essence. So come close, baby, follow your
boys shouting everywhere. All you wanna run from. It must be so bad that the rest are scared. Into the work track, into the work track, into the work from the side. Into the work track, into the work track, into the work from the side.
Deep in the forest, in the dead of night, the full moon is the only light. Round the magic circle, our bodies start to sway. All the pretty witches have come out to play. Come to the Sabbath, take a ride on my broom, and make it under the moon. Maybe we'll make love to you. Come to the Sabbath, go down on demons from hell. Ooh, and just like that, you're under my spell. Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath with me. Let's have a satanic, let's have a satanic, let's have a satanic orgy. The rhythm's got you dripping blood and sweat. You feel your heart pounding in your chest. The flames go high to a fever pitch. You've never made love to you, made love to a witch. Come to the Sabbath, take a ride on my broom. We're naked under the moon. Baby, I'll make love to you. Come to the Sabbath, go down on demons from hell. And just like that, you're under my spell. Come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath, come to the Sabbath with me. Let's have a satanic, let's have a satanic, let's have a satanic orgy. That's nice. Just like that. What? What's the matter? You don't like the taste of blood? Come to the Sabbath, take her out on my broom. We're naked under the moon. Maybe I'll make love to you. Come to the Sabbath, go down on demons from hell. And just like that, you're under my spell. Come to the Sabbath, take a ride on my broom. my spell.
666. Yes, I am a witch, and I have conjured you for my bidding, and all my charms and all my accidents are all just instruments to lock you up. How could I know my spell was broke? I am nothing like the girl you thought I was without your love. How could I haunt you, keep you close when you can see my seams, the fraying of my dress? I am defenseless. Yes, I am a carnival, a house of mirrors, and I will con you. And all my tricks and all my magic will keep you dizzy with desire. How could I know my spell was broke? I am nothing like the girl you thought I was without your love. How could I haunt you, keep you close when you can see the seams, the fraying of my dress? I am defenseless. How could I know my spell was broke? I am nothing like the girl you thought I was without your love. How could I haunt you, keep you close when you can see the seams, the fraying of my dress? I am defenseless. When I look out my window, many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be. It's strange, so strange. It's very strange to me. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. Oh no.
When I look over my shoulder, what happens love? What do you think I see? Some other cat looking over his shoulder. And he's strange, so strange. He's very strange to me. You've got to pick up every stitch. You've got to pick up every stitch. Beatniks are out to make it rich. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Said it must be the season, must be the season, must be the season. Must be the season, must be the season, must be the season. Said it must be the season, must be the season, must be the season. Said it must be the season, must be the season, must be the season. Said it must be the season, must be the season, must be the
To understand the night we now call Halloween, you must journey back to a time when the year was not a line but a circle. The Celt called it Samhain, the final defiant blaze of the harvest before the world was swallowed by a dark, cold silence of winter. It was more than a change of season, it was a spiritual threshold. They believed that on this night, the veil between our world and the world of the ancestor became thinner. The dead could return not as phantoms to be feared, but as presence to be welcomed, guided by a great roaring bonfire. These fires were not just for light or warmth, they were communal magic, a shared ritual of protection and memory. People would wear masks in disguise not for fun but as a practical measure to blend in with the wandering spirit, to avoid being singled out and taken. It was a night that acknowledged the dark, that honored the circle of life and death together. It was this very sense of community, the gathering in the dark, the shared intuitive knowledge of herbs and cycle, the wisdom passed from a crone to maiden outside the sanctioned walls of the church, that the power of a new world would later demonize. They saw the coven not as a sacred circle, but as a conspiracy. They took a profound understanding of the thin veil and branded it as heresy. The very act of gathering to share strength became a capital crime. But you cannot extinguish a fire that lives in the hearts of the people. You can only scatter its ember, and those embers are smothered through century, waiting for the right wind. And that wind is here, now, in this frequency we share, in the bass that vibrate through the dance floor at Nuit Éternelle. In the knowing glance between strangers who recognize a kindred spirit in the shadows. This is our modern coven, It is a Samhain fire, burning not of wood but out of frequency and flesh. It is a network of guidance and protection in a world that often feels cold and unpredictable as an ancient winter. It is our collective refusal to be the monster in the entire story. It is a defiant choice to write our own. So as the last note of tonight's transmission fade into the statics, carry this truth with you. You are not a passive listener. You are a member of this congregation of the night. You are a keeper of this ancient stubborn flame. Tend it. Shield it. Let it light your way. And know that we will always find each other again. In the music, in the dance, in the sacred space we create where the veil is always thin. And we are never, ever alone. And I sure hope to see you at Piranha Bar on November 3rd so we can celebrate all together as one coven. Until next time, this is the protagonist signing off from the Art of the Coven. May your nights be deep and your connections deeper and your spirit untamable. Good night, Montreal. Good night.
You were listening to Thirst Strike Radio 99.1. Satisfy your musical thirst, one RP at a time.